Dave, a very late turnaround here from the home side. What's your assessment of today's game?
Two poor decisions have cost us the game from our perspective. Thought we dealt with what they threw at us really well, which we knew we'd have to. I'd like us to have been better in possession, but in the moments that we were, the first real moment was when we scored. We had a sort of spell of possession for 5 minutes or so, which sort of got us up the pitch, got us our goal. You're never comfortable with how they're going to play, but ultimately two poor decisions by players at the back end of the pitch have cost us the game.
I mean, you mentioned it there. It's a really scrappy encounter, particularly in that first half. Very stop-start. Did that affect you? Have an impact in terms of not really being able to get into your rhythm?
No, that's what we expected coming here. What you have to do is deal with that and then impose what you want to do on the game. I don't think we imposed what we want to do on the game well enough. Largely because I don't think our centre halves were brave enough in terms of getting on the ball and made bad decisions when we did have it. I thought we could have had more control there, but by they dealt with what was thrown forward. And if we go away with a 1-0 win, then you can almost accept it and go, well, we know that we can be better. They need to be braver in those instances, but obviously things are highlighted when you end up throwing the game away with, like I say, at the back end. Again, solely down to us and our decision making.
Obviously, the penalty is ultimately the turning point in the game. But I guess the message from there is don't lose it. Is there a disappointment about how you managed those final few minutes?
Not so much manage the final few minutes. Ultimately, you're going to have the ball chucked forward, and the ball was thrown forward. There's minimal danger. But again, a decision's made at the back, which then results in the ball going. They should never score from where they are. If Ben stays where he is, they don't score. He makes a decision to go miles out of his goal. If you make that decision, you've got to get there. When he doesn't, it takes 5 of our players out of the game, and we somehow contrive to hit it off our own post, and they have a tap in from an inch. Again, poor decision in the sort of the heat of the moment. Ultimately cost us a game.
You took a fair few whacks in that first half, in particular Will Collar, who came off, I think, with concussion. How is well?
Yeah, not in a good way, I don't think. Looked like he'd got a smash in the mouth, to be fair, and the cut was in his mouth and in his lip. But at half time, couldn't remember anything that had happened in the first half. So that's obviously concerning. He's gone to hospital, and we'll see how he is. We hope there's good news, but certainly doesn't look great on initial inspection based on what we saw at half time.
Just looking for positives, I suppose. Callum Campbell's coming off the bench, getting his first goal for the club. Obviously subbed at half time last weekend, but much more like it this weekend.
Yeah, excellent. Like I say, if there are positives you take from a game, really good. Is getting fitter by the day. Has put in a brilliant shift, done the hard bits and the horrible bits that you need to when you come here, and has got his goal. The only pity for us is it's not a winning goal. It doesn't get us something.
On to Tuesday now in the Carabao Cup away at Harrogate. Does that game take extra significance now on the back of 2 defeats? Just wanted to get that first win off your back.
No, all the games are significant. We ultimately want to go and win. We'll look at things in terms of potential changes that we'll make. Again, the lads who ultimately haven't been involved in the first 2 games, as much as they'll be as disappointed as anything, they've got to be motivated by the fact that if they get an opportunity on Tuesday and do well, then the likelihood is they'll be in the starting lineup on Saturday. And that's the nature of football, nature of this league. You've got to perform, and ultimately you've got to pick up results. We've not been able to do that in the first 2 games. Like I say, largely and very largely in the main down to us, because we've conceded 5 goals and all 5 of them are preventable, and we can't. Like I said last week, in terms of conceding 3 goals at home, you can't come away from home and concede 2 goals and expect to win games all the time. It's another, I suppose, reminder, if anybody needed it, or a little bit of highlight to players, that you get punished that little bit more. And maybe last year in the National League we wouldn't have been punished for those mistakes, or maybe we'd have been in a position where we were out of sight already. We've had in the first half. We had the best two chances of the game in terms of Ryan and Paddy. You don't take them, but we've got ourselves in front. When we've got to get ourselves in front, the game should suit us. Unfortunately, it didn't, and again, we're all disappointed that we got away with nothing.
Hey, thanks for your time, Steve.
Cheers, thank you.